The search for Savannah Guthrie's mother has continued tonight, entering its 5th day, and we've hit the reported ransom deadline in the abduction of Nancy Guthrie. Both federal and state authorities are continuing the investigation into the 84-year-old's disappearance, but still have not named any suspects. Yesterday, Savannah posted a heartbreaking video on Instagram pleading for the safe return of her mother.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer.
Savannah also said in her video that her family is, quote, ready to talk.
Troy Hayden is in Tucson tonight outside of Annie Guthrie's home. And Troy, as Caribe mentioned, the 5 o'clock ransom deadline is here. Has there been any movement at all?
No, we have been outside this home. I'll show it to you in just a second. For about the last 40 minutes or so, we haven't seen anybody come or go from this house. So we have moved. We were at Nancy Guthrie's house for the 4 o'clock newscast. We have now moved to Annie's house, her daughter. This is where they made that video last night. And you can see there's an SUV kind of blocking the driveway here. But this is the house. And again, this is where the FBI agents came in and presumably shot that video that everybody now has seen, where Savannah and her brother and sister are asking for the return of their elderly mother. I mean, can you imagine this elderly woman now still in the hands of kidnappers and this deadline passing? So we were at a news conference earlier today with the Pima County Sheriff. We have some video of that I want to show you, and there was some new information that came out of that. They said the blood found on Nancy's porch was confirmed to be hers. DNA testing came back and confirmed it. They also said there are no suspects or persons of interest at this time. The sheriff also said, though, nobody has been ruled out. The 3 ransom notes, one sent to each, it was a TV station, 2 TV stations here in Tucson and one to TMZ. The FBI said they are all the same note, and they all had that 5 p.m. deadline that just expired, and also a deadline on Monday. But they didn't say exactly what would happen if those deadlines weren't met. They didn't make that public. And the sheriff says the Ring cameras at Nancy's house did not record or upload any video because she didn't have a Ring subscription. But again, no suspects. Here's the sheriff.
Suspects. I know there's been a lot out there about suspects, and I want to be very clear. At this time, we have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are working our best to do that. But to be clear, we have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect.
To those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation, we will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions. We have made 1 arrest related to an imposter ransom demand, and a complaint will be presented to a magistrate judge later today.
So they believe they got that imposter demand, but they are treating this other demand as legitimate, at least at this point. And again, Mark and Caribe, you know, this deadline has passed, and you can only think, I don't know if Savannah and her siblings are still in this home. I try to even think about what's going through their mind right now, knowing this deadline has passed, knowing their mom, you know, their elderly mother needing medication is in the hands of strangers, presumably. It's just a terrible situation. A $50,000 reward, though, was announced today to try to solve this case.
It is such a nightmare, Troy. At the news conference, I didn't hear the whole thing, but did they talk about the fact that there was no sign of forced entry? All right, which leads me, a lay person, to think maybe she answered the door for this person, or this person had a key.
So I went back and listened to it again specifically because I wanted to talk about that. He said there were reports of forced entry. He said, I don't know where you got those reports. We never put that out. But he didn't deny that there was forced entry. So he left some wiggle room there with that, Mark. But yeah, if that is the case, if there's no forced entry, that's just another layer of mystery on this terrible case.
Right, and we know that happened at, what, like 2 in the morning, right? So,
well, there was some sort of movement on the camera, but they don't know who it was because it wasn't recording I mean, there's just dominoes continue to fall, dominoes of frustration in this case.
Well, we have Ring cameras at our house, and we have that subscription. But I know that if you have them set a certain way, they will tell you if there's movement in front of the camera.
Right.
So maybe they record when that movement ping went off, but didn't record the video itself.
Yeah.
Right, but if there's blood outside her door, that means that at some point she either walked out bleeding or was carried or dragged out bleeding, which also raises a lot of questions.
Yeah. And now we're going on almost 5 days.
And the pattern
now.
I saw, the pattern I saw droplets and a spatter, which, you know, usually that's if you're coughing or something like that. So I don't want to read too much into that, but just terrible.
Yeah.
And you know, your heart goes out to everybody in the Guthrie family.
100%. Yeah. All right,
Well,
Troy.
Hopefully that $50,000 reward will bring a tip that can lead to some answers here. All right, Troy, thank you very much. And of course, as you can hear us, just a lot of questions that still need to be answered as the search for Nancy Guthrie continues. So stay with 12 News for all the very latest developments.